Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the ESS BIZTOOLS overview of how accountants might look at diversifying your services. And today we're going to be talking about debtors management. I'm joined in today's presentation by Brad Smart. Brad's a communications expert. How are you, Brad?
I'm very well, thanks, Peter. It's good to be here.
Thank you. And we'll come back to Brad shortly so that he can give his overview of how accountants can be communicating with your clients. And today's theme, of course, is looking at debtors management. And we'll be returning to that in just a moment. Longest debtors days outstanding in the world. I heard those comments made about 3.5 years ago when Australia was declared the winner. I think we'd rather win the World Cup than be declared the country with the longest debtors days outstanding in the world. That was in November 2016. The then Australian Small Business Ombudsman, Kate Carnell, described debtors days outstanding as the silent killer of modern business. And she also said that 90% of small business failures are due to poor cash flow management. And obviously, as accountants, we don't need to be told that one of the biggest influences of cash flow management problems is poor control of debtors, which is the theme of today's webinar. But let's look at what's happened since. Well, first of all, how was the figure determined back in November 2016? It was 26.4 days higher than the normal payment terms of 30 days, making it 56.4 days. And that's what earned Australia this dubious title. And at the time, I can remember looking at it, we were 3 or 4 days worse than a lot of other comparable countries. You know, that 20 countries around the world that we tend to get compared to on economic performance, we were significantly longer. On the 6th of March 2020, debtors days outstanding in Australia, according to a survey done by Untitled magazine, was still 56 days. So in 3.5 years, the improvement has only been 0.4 of a day. Not much, and nowhere near the improvement that Kate Carnell and others thought would occur 3.5 years ago. It's interesting to look at the range of debtors days outstanding as outlined in the Anthill magazine article, ranging from 7 days, it'd be great to have your debtors days outstanding only showing 7, wouldn't it? Through to a massive 134 days. Something's wrong in that business or that group of businesses. These are average figures, 134 days. What's going on? So is Australia still the highest debtors days outstanding in the world? I hope not, but unfortunately, I suspect that we are when the next survey is prepared. And I couldn't find out when that was due. So today we're going to be looking at the overall scene of debtors management. And just to finish that introduction, I should acknowledge that after these figures were published, the federal government, from the Prime Minister down, indicated that the government were going to try to do something about it, and that they were looking to have government departments make payments faster than what they had been, and at the very least they had to pay in 30 days. And the Prime Minister put pressure on big business and other organisations to make sure that payments were made in time. I suspect that debtors management is one of the big problem areas that many of you have with your clients, and it's affecting their cash flow management and therefore the availability of funding that they have in their business. So today's discussion is looking at the debtors management system. How can you improve it? What can you do to help your clients on this journey? Within ESS BIZTOOLS, we have developed a complete product package to assist on debtors days outstanding. And I'm going to take you through that shortly. But first of all, I want to introduce you to Brad Smart. Brad's a communications expert. He's the author of a very interesting book, Selling the Message. Brad has trained executives from the corporate and government sectors in media and presentation skills for over 30 years. He's been a broadcast journalist, a news anchor, a film director and producer, and a screenwriter. I don't think we could get any better person to talk to you about the concept of communications. And it's very important that we have strong communications when we're talking to clients about new or expanded or diversified services that you as an accountant, bookkeeper, or business advisor are able to make available to them. So I'm going to switch across to Brad now, and Brad will give you some insights into communication, and then we'll come back and continue on the journey on debtors management. Brad, it's over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, of course, communications is only a small aspect of collecting your outstanding debtors, but it is part of it insofar as if you can keep in touch with those clients, either as an accountant, keep in touch with your clients and keep them aware of what the issues that are affecting them and keep them on track. Or if you're the end user, if you're the client of an accountancy firm, you still need to keep in touch with your clients to keep that top of mind position, so that it helps in ensuring that your cash flow stays on track. But communications overall are extremely important to any business. We all tend to think that we'll roll on year after year with the same clients. But in this competitive marketplace, what we're finding is that if you leave your clients unsatisfied or uncommunicated with, they'll tend to go somewhere else after a while, because they don't feel like they're loved. Part of the and part of the overall structure of your business. Now, from your business point of view, communications is essential because you've got to keep that hopper filled up. There will be clients who will drop out the bottom, and so it's important that you stay in touch with your clients. Now, there are many ways you can do this. You can do it with a simple newsletter. Send it out to them on a monthly basis. You don't want to send it out on a daily basis, because you get to the point then where you're over servicing the client base and starting to annoy them. But if you send it out fortnightly or monthly and keep it fairly simple and keep it and don't try and put too much information into it, where they're going to open it and go, oh God, I'm not going to read this. It's just too involved. The other way you can do it is largely what Peter's doing here in their webinars with your clients. It's another way of exchanging information. Clients aren't as well versed in what you're doing as you are. I mean, you're the specialist in the area as the accountant, for example, or as if you're the end user business, we have a few of those on this webinar. Your clients aren't as well versed in the services and the products that you produce as you are. So you can actually educate your clients, and that can they may discover services or products that you offer that otherwise would be that they would just forget about or not even know about. So I think they're the sort of things that you can do along with, regular social media contact. You've got to be up on social media for any business these days, and getting out there so you're seen, so that you keep your clients engaged and you keep potential clients intrigued and coming back for more. I think that pretty much covers a large area of that those communication services, Peter, for accountants who are medium-sized businesses. Perhaps they've got 3, 4, 5 employees, and they want to get bigger. They don't want to fade away and start off with 50 clients and end up with 2. So they do need to. Everybody needs to keep in touch with their client base.
And Brad, if any of our viewers wish to talk to you about the sort of services you can offer, they can contact you.
Absolutely. I think the details are on your website, Peter. But anybody who wants to talk, I'm only too happy to talk to them. And if later they want to engage me, well, they can do that too. I'm on 0418 311 011, or they can email me at bsmart@smartradiogroup.com.au.
Okay, well, that's very good. And we refer to that later on in our presentation today, in any case, if anyone missed that. And if anyone's got any questions, can you send us through a message on chat? Thanks. And I will raise the questions either with Brad, or I'll answer them myself. If obviously they're going to be on debtors or services that ESS BizTools provide. If you're watching this recording on Facebook Live, because we are doing a live Facebook today, welcome, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, you just can't type them in, unfortunately, but can you send an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, and we will get back to you with an answer. And I know many of you watch these videos at a time more convenient to you. Someone told me 3 a.m. Well, don't bother sending me an email at 3 a.m., please. But if you do have a question, and you can send an email at 3 a.m. If you wish, and we will get back to you with an answer. And if it's some communications, Brad will supply the answer, or I'll supply the answer on our products. So thanks, Brad, and we'll come back to you a little bit later on, then. Thank you.
It'd be my pleasure.
Okay, I'll take the screen back, and I'm now going to go to the ESS BizTools website. And what we're looking at today is debtors management. So what we have here on the screen is a list of the products that are included within ESS BizTools. Everything that we produce is incorporated in what we call our gold package, but then we have various subsets of that. And the promotion we're doing at present is on our product for a starter package called the Business Advisory Services Starter Package. And the key group that we're looking at today within the Business Advisory Services Starter Package is debtors management. So I'm clicking on now to the starter package, and on the middle of your screen, we should have the starter package. There's a trainer package. There's 13 modules within that, which are designed to assist with getting an accounting team prepared to be able to offer business advisory services. And if you look at some of those items, there's marketing in there, which is communication, which is where Brad comes into play. We have seminars. There's access to 12 seminars within this package. There's 35 seminars within ESS BizTools Gold package. But in the starter package, there's 12. and they're on the subjects that are there, as you can see there now. They're fully prepared, PowerPoint slides, handouts to send to your participants or your viewers if you're running these as webinars. Then we have the ESS BIZTOOLS papers. We've pre-prepared 343 papers on 60 different subject headings that are available that you can access. We've got coaching, mentoring modules, client coaching and mentoring. We have 4 of these in this package that are available. Business Plus newsletters we produce each month. We produced our Business Plus newsletter last Friday. It's a newsletter that our subscribers badge with their name and they send to their clients. It's a marketing tool as far as accountants are concerned because it's helping you to communicate with your clients. It's what Brad was just referring to. The communication aspect is very important. And we can't assume that our clients know exactly what we're doing. And in this day and age, I think we've got to continually communicate, talk, promote, and you've got to use different mediums. It's not just the email, it's not just the newsletter, it's a range. It includes videos, social media, and the coffee chat, sitting down and actually talking to your clients. So the Business Plus newsletter gives you the opportunity every month to be sending something to your clients, which we then suggest you follow up. And if you know that someone's interested in research and development, or they've been undertaking some research and we have an article on research and development, talk to them about it. See if you can get them interested. See if they will commit to having an in-depth discussion with you, and you can then give them a proposal. There might have been an article on debtors, and obviously debtors is today's main theme. And you could follow up. If you know that your client's got a debtors days outstanding of over 40 days, I think they're the ones that you should be talking to. Because if they've got debtors days outstanding of more than 40 days and their trading terms are 30 days, they've got a lot of cash tied up. And I've struck some real horror stories. I found someone last year that had a debtors days outstanding of 102 days. And we've worked with that particular business, and it's now down to around 65 days. So it's a tremendous amount of cash that they've collected within their business. And today we're going to look at debtors management. So that's on the right-hand side on this screen. So before I go to debtors management, I'll just finish this overview of what else is in this starter package. We've got survival in difficult times, which is 38 questionnaires, which have got supporting articles with them to give you the material to go through and undertake a detailed analysis of your client's business. And then we have what we call industry specific. This is looking at charge out rates for tradies and charge out rates for professional firms, and suggested pricing for retailers and wholesalers based on their types of products they've got and the markups that they can get for those various products, and obviously the overhead expenses, and can we achieve the profitability target. There's also business health checks for 5 separate types of industries. Then there's the detailed debtor systems manual, which we're not really considering today. We're doing that in a couple of weeks' time, but it's a pre-prepared template that you can then edit and customize to suit a particular client, so that you give them a written debtor system, so that the poor person, I call the person the poor person. Normally they're ladies, I've noticed, who have been given the job of looking after debtors. It's a bit of a thankless task, isn't it? Following up people who owe the business money. In lots of cases, they haven't got a written system. It's a hand-me-down, notes on the sides of computers or on the sides of filing cabinets. I don't think that's good enough. So we've developed a complete template. It's 40-odd pages. It's got a number of examples to ensure that the person that's got this role understands what they're doing. Understand what the personal property securities register is all about, for argument's sake. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. And we have some leadership modules. Leadership's very important. And we have the leadership modules. There's 4 of them. In total, we've got 16 within ESS BIZTOOLS, but we've got 4 that's available within this package. So that's the overview of what's included in the total starter package. And we have a special promotion on that at present, which we'll talk about in a little while. So the debtors management, we'll go there. Don't forget, if you have any questions, can you please type them into chat and we will get back. There's a video for every one of our products. You can get sick of looking at the video promotions, but they're there and they're very important for you to give you an overview of what's in the system. So if we go into the content download, within our systems, we have a procedure control form, which guides you through the process of being able to utilize the system. So the procedure control form guides you through everything that's got to be done within the system, so you can mark off when you've done it. The first item I want to go to is the debtors management system. And the debtors management system should be on your screen. And it's the guidance that will guide you through the step-by-step process to understand the work that has to be done on a client. So you start off by checking what information the client gets as the prospective new client comes to talk to them. If they opened the account, if they completed director's guarantees, are they approved? Is there a welcome to new customer letter being sent out to them, and so on. So that's the process that we're using there to get that communication to the client. And I'm just going to clear the computer a bit there so I can. An application to open an account. There's a standard form there to guide the client on type of form that could be utilized for your new customers to complete, so that there's a proper process within the system being implemented to guide you through that process. I obviously pressed the wrong thing then. We've got a welcome to new customer letter. Which you can utilize to communicate, or your client can utilize to communicate with your, or with their new customer. So that you can understand this, or they can understand the process of the system that we're utilizing. We have some further webinars which we're presenting in this series over the next few weeks. Upcoming webinars. We got another one on the 20th of July, which is looking at tradies charge out rates calculator. And on the 28th of July, we have a mentoring system which we've developed. We call it client mentoring and coaching. And we're talking about purchasing or commencing a business. To register for any of these webinars, please go to our website, www.essbiztools, and scroll down to upcoming webinars, and you can register for them. They're free. We have a promotion at present, which is running up to the end of July for the ESS BizTools starter package, a subscription of $999, including GST. If you're interested, you can find out more information by going to our website, ESS BizTools, and then you can click on. We've received some welcome testimonials from people who've been attending some of these sessions with us, and all these people are our subscribers. Andrew Geddes was our keynote speaker in a presentation last week. And Angelo Coco has been a supporter of ESS BizTools for many years. And he has indicated that he uses our charge out rate for tradies package over 100 times. He's got over 100 tradies. And that's an interesting story, which we'll be telling in a couple of weeks' time. If you want more information on the products and services supplied within our debtors package, please contact me at peter@essbiztools.com.au. Or if you're interested in getting more information on communications, you can talk to Brad Smart at bsmart@smartradiogroup.com.au. So Brad, that's our overview on debtors management. And I just needed to check to see whether we had any calls, any comments. We haven't. So thank you very much for being with us today, Brad. Thank you for
it's my pleasure, Peter. It's
your
been
comments.
Good fun.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone else, and let's have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.